Hello, my lovely, wonderful people. You're welcome back to the news. So, they say rethink reform strategy. International Monetary Fund advise Nigeria. Nigerians, they shout, oh, they say they no want. I beg, I beg, I beg. They even beg president. Say, make president no just bother to go through with this strategy again because the one that go before, now he put Nigeria inside this big dish where then they so. So, guys, before we continue too much talk, let's go and see what they are recommending. The International Monetary Fund, in its latest regional and economic outlook for sub-Sahara Africa, reports that the countries involved in deep reform, including Nigeria, Ghana, Ethiopia, and Kenya, may now be experiencing what is called adjustment fatigue, while some are facing civil unrest. As in that one na for sure. Like Nigeria, for instance, has recorded multiple civil unrest and labor shut down following the disenchantment with the impact of the economic reform, most especially because of the removal of fuel subsidy and the foreign exchange deregulation. So the IMF recommendation emphasize broad-based engagement with the population, a communication strategy clearly articulating the benefit of reforms, forging partnership with key figures in the country, approximate designs and sequencing of reforms, establishing complementary and compensatory measures, and also fostering inclusive growth. So the reform sees an opportunity for making a success of the reform if the frustration faced by the citizens are adequately addressed. The report stated that in the face of popular frustration, there is also an opportunity to work to mobilize support for large, deep reforms of sorts. The fund, according to them, seek opportunity for making a success of the reforms if the frustration faced by the citizens are adequately addressed. That one na true talk. If really say the government, as Nigerians they cry say hardship day. Nigerians they came out, the leaders, most especially not Nigerians, the leaders they came out to really sit down, address the issue, tell Nigerians the reason why they've taken those decisions, the benefit of those decisions. I believe these things that is happening, the unrest, the protests will not go get to this extent. But what is actually causing this civil unrest is because as Nigerians talk, say with the hunger, this hardship, this policy is not working, the government will come out with force. They will come out with force, try to tell Nigerians say na we be the talk madu. We will talk it and we go do am. Na no fit do anything. That is really, really bad and is a very wrong approach. Please don't forget to always drop your comment with us in the comment section. Subscribe to our channel, like, and also give us a thumbs up. So let's see what the IMF have in details. So their report stated, in the face of popular frustration, there is an opportunity to work to mobilize support for large, deep reforms of sorts that, for instance, Ethiopia, Kenya, Ghana, and Nigeria are pursuing. Realizing these opportunities requires rethinking reform strategy to build and maintain pro-growth coalition among constituted leaders and the general public. They will require a greater attention to publication and engagement strategy, reform design, compensatory measures, and rebuilding trust in the public institution. Giving further details on what should be done, the report stated, in particular, the lawmakers will need to focus on broad-based engagement with population, a participatory approach involving two-way dialogue with stakeholders and population at large can help design policy approach, building a sense of ownership among the public and gain support from both business and civil society. The IMF added that communication should clearly articulate the benefit of the reforms, the cost of inactions, the accompanying compensatory measures, and correct misinformation and misconceptions. Okay, so they need to partner with the key figures, including the parliamentarian, community leaders, and independent researchers. They said is also essential. The emphasis should also be on the listening to the concern and designing appropriate response. Also, providing regular updates on the reform progress and establishing ongoing feedback mechanism will also help to support over the time. Okay, so again they talk about approximate design and sequencing of reforms, which talk about the cost and the benefit of multiple reforms should be approximately spaced through time so that not to overburden populations. Demonstrable upfront gains will boost support, and beginning with reforms that do not threaten the core benefit of multiple social groups has been shown to improve success. Okay, then talking about complementary and compensatory measures, appropriately design a well-targeted policy to support those most affected by reforms, such as stronger social safety nets, job search assistance, and retraining can help to overcome resistance to reform by mitigating potential social costs. Okay, then they talk about fair and transparency management of public resources. Hey, well, na Nigeria they tell this one. All right, so they said a strong governance framework that fosters trust in government and its ability to adequately implement policy. That is what Nigerians are really facing. Yes, we know say Tinubu, all his policy, it may work, but the problem is that people don't have trust in the government. They don't have trust in the leaders. That is a very, very serious problem. Tinubu, yes, we know say that according to him people, they say they do well, saying they work tooth and nail to make sure say Nigeria do well. But the problem now is that he associates himself with people wey be say we know say they are all corrupt. Majority of all the leaders he's working with, they have issues. Just check out people that he's actually working with, and people wey be say we know say na im right hand men dem. All of them, they have corruption cases facing them. How do you want the people to have trust in you? It's not possible. So let's continue. They said, including by promoting transparency, increasing accountability, strengthening the rule of law, and controlling corruption is the condition for the public backing any reform strategy. So just imagine how this one go work for Nigeria. E no go possible. This one no go work for Nigeria because see am just this circle wey dem talk. Now go read am again for now. Make una see am everything wey dem talk about, the IMF talk about that the government should have. Nigerian government, most especially Tinubu administration, im people no get am. Let me take that again. They said fair and transparency management of public resources, a strong governance framework that fosters trust in government and its ability to adequately implement policies, including by promoting transparency, increasing accountability, strengthening the rule of law, and controlling corruption is a precondition for the public backing any reform strategy. So just look at it. Who they respect law among Tinubu's people, Kakos? So all these things wey dey atomize here, e no go work for Nigerians because the leaders no get all these qualities. None of the leaders get these qualities. So my darling people, I would like to match am here. This is a strategy. E many pass so, but already the video don over the long. And I beg Mr. President, make he try rethink. Make he rethink am. People wey tell am wetin to do don already dey tell am say make e try rethink. Nigerians really want make him rethink for the betterment of Nigerians. Thank you very much for tuning in to listen, and please don't forget to subscribe, like, and also drop your comment with us in the comment section.